Hello and welcome back to my GTNH playthrough. It is March 25th. We're over here in my passives building. Just set up a new mega chemical reactor. This guy, although I should say I instantly turned it off because realized I forgot to upgrade my hydrochloric acid before I did this. But basically, this mega chemical reactor is passively making us iron 3 chloride, which we are just going through piles of, so maybe I will turn it on. I don't know. I gotta set up a better hydrochloric acid. Basically just do this again, but for hydrochloric. I think fluoric I'm fine for at the moment. But anyways, that's a pretty straightforward setup. The whole reason I did this though, is I am working towards the Compact IV Reactor. Made pretty good progress. Actually, I think this will trigger the quest. We've got it crafted now. Woo! Galaxy in a bottle. And then on top of that, I also have the casings crafted. The 16,000 of these, or 1,600 of these we need, I should say. The last thing we need for it, though, is the inner casings, or the fusion casings. So in this case, we need 560 of these. But if we're going to try to craft it, there's still a few things we are shy on. Platinum dust, silicone rubber, which I believe is because of the circuits specifically. And then this is just hydrochloric acid over here, which obviously I need more of this. Although I'm not actually sure what in the process is specifically calling for it. I would have to look. But yeah, not to get too distracted for it. Yeah, I'm not sure specifically what's calling for it. It also looks like I need to bump my crystalline storage to not have to wait on crafting those later. And yeah. Oh, we need more UV circuits, more UHV circuits. But the big one here is this roughly little shy of 3.5 million HV circuits. So I started focusing on this one. Excuse me for the voice there. And that I know is the main reason for the silicone rubber. I've also kind of worked on some of the other stuff. Like I said, I do need a new hydrochloric and platinum. Platinum, we were rolling fine on, I thought, but I didn't realize I almost need to put up horns or something for when these machines are shut off too long. We get platinum right now through I don't even know what you would call it. It's a grinder milling version of it. Where if we come over here, we've got pine oil, platinum, and then we're out of potassium ethyl xanthite. So I thought I had fixed that. Well, I should say I did fix it, but clearly it's not keeping up again. So I need to go address that at some point here soon, because I do need just shy of 500,000 platinum dust, and we've got 12 million platinum tied up in that the millings over there, which it should be over here. We're short on potash, which we should be getting from... Oh, you know what? I wonder if I actually broke my setup. So this actually kind of works out. So one of the passives I had set up because of all this crafting and platinum running out before, like I said, I tried to fix this over the weekend. This is actually one of the things I forgot to yap about on Monday, is out here in our desert outpost, which I don't have a waypoint for over here. I set up a few things. Everything over on this orange one I set up today, but over here I set up this guy, which we are... Carbon... Oh, okay. I know what I need to do, and then we'll be good. I'm pretty sure I don't know if there's anything good carbon monoxide can be done with. Carbon monoxide. Electrolyze back into carbon and oxygen. Okay, I think I am going to set that up tonight as well, that I could just have that running passively, because oxygen is technically one of the other things that I occasionally struggle with on the base where I'll run out. So I would hate to just have it being wasted over here, but that'll get this running, which will get us potash running, which will get us our potassium and xanthate, which will get us platinum running again. So yeah. And I think the only thing I need to do, well, it should be fine. This was keeping up just fine before it ran out of space over here, so that's no big deal. Once that catches up, we'll be good. While we're over here, today I set up these guys. These are 16 circuit assemblers. They are all making HV circuits. Again, because I need just shy of 4 million, I focused on that one first to set these up. Eventually, I will drop down EV circuits or any of the other ones if they start becoming, like, if something like this happens where we need 4 million again. It's pretty straightforward. Because I did not end up using very many channels to set up this stuff, which, friendly reminder, this is everything that was used to get to the Zine or Xeno, whatever, that the culture that's needed specifically for Radox. That was this whole setup over here. That was this whole area. I originally planned on putting out here, and then just decided to get everything I needed over here, which started with the E. coli bacteria, and then went through all this stuff where we're making various forms of other cultures. And all this stuff is just running in, like, there's this guy where we don't really, as far as I can tell, I don't need them for anything else, so they're just going to a smaller storage cell, so not a big deal. But anyways, because I didn't use a bunch of circuits over here, or channels over here, I just set them up over here, tapped into the UV power. I don't think I need to go above UV power until I start, like, if I'm sitting here and seeing all of these guys turn on at once, and like I'm still needing more and more circuits, then I'll upgrade these to UHV, UEV, etc. But for the moment, this seems to be keeping up. And then eventually, like I said, as I need them, I'll add in the more circuits. But this is to help speed up the actual crafting. And then everything else has been to help craft the resources, which, again, the platinum's actually for the HV circuits as well, because we are using the most efficient recipe. Like, if I were to look at the pattern over there, it is this recipe right here where we need platinum bolts, electrum, and then the silicone's actually coming into these wraps right here. So yeah, let's see. I'm trying to think. I think that was actually mostly it. There's probably some passives I'm missing. There wasn't really too much of note into the actual compact reactor crafting. There wasn't anything we were shy on. Everything there went smooth. I think the only kind of troublesome thing that kind of started cropping up was over here for the current compact reactor, the Mark III. I kept getting random power fails, and it made me think that I'd accidentally unchunk loaded something, because if I stood here, it wouldn't power fail until it finally did. But it was consistently happening enough that every time I logged off and logged back in, it was power fail. It's something somewhere in the line's got to be not chunk loaded, to the point for trying to diagnose it, I even disconnected the physical line all the way here and connected it wirelessly. So I was at least able to unchunk load a few things, but eventually did power fail in front of me. And I think what the issue is specifically for American plasma, I had the pattern too small because of the weird issue I was having with celestial tungsten plasma, where it didn't seem to actually be crafting everything. It seemed to be voiding stuff for some reason. So I think what was happening was it was crafting this, but this crafts so fast, and I had too small of a recipe where it was continuously asking for the initial cost, which in this thing, if it's constantly running, won't ask for the initial power cost again. I think that's what was causing it to fail. At least that's my theory, because since I've bumped it to 1 million, I just drove home from work and it didn't power fail in that time. So, yeah, I mean, we're also molten American. We are just chugging through this plasma here, though, I will say. We're not really making gains on dense steam, though. So just throwing that out there. Trying to think of, there was one other thing, and this was actually something I did last night, but I didn't finish till later. So yesterday I had set up, or technically the day before I started setting up, but yesterday I finished setting up one more floor? No, lower floors. Maybe? The heck did I set them up? Oh, here they are. Set up a bunch of dire tables. And then I had mentioned that I was waiting for unstable ingots to craft. That actually wasn't true. Technically speaking, it was once I had a bunch of unstable ingots, I tried to craft it. It was still giving me problems. Then I realized it was because there's the two recipes give like slightly different metadata for what unstable ingot pops out. Like they show us the same thing, but you can even see like I have crafted one here. And this one uses the individual signal is not the same as this guy up here, which is made from just you running unstable nuggets in a pattern. And I did set up, this one will definitely be well lower floor. Too low. Nah, here it is. I did set up the crafter over here to automatically turn this guy into ingots. Basically, all the ingots from the V come here, get brought down, they get crafted, it kicks it back up into the interface, and we get unstable, what's it called? Ingots. And yeah, that's all good to go. I am sure there's probably other things we're missing, but because of that, I was able to craft a singularity. Singularity. Here we go. It's a big old eternal one. Don't really know what I'm going to be using it for yet, but just knew that was in the line for the quest. So now, right now, there are a couple things I want to do tonight. I think tonight I'm mostly going to focus on passives to help speed up the production of the HV circuits. That way I can actually get this guy crafted. Ideally by the end of the week is my goal, especially since I need to fix my silica and rubber, and it might even be a case where I might just have to make a pattern and throw it on a mega LCR, and probably for all the other plastics as well, so I don't run into this issue again where if it needs to craft it, but also set up a better passive for it, so that we can get this set up. And then on top of that, while I'm waiting on stuff to craft over there, I want to set up this, because apparently these 4 fluids over here are what are needed to fuel this guy, which seems to be our big point of progression going forward. So there's a few things going on. And also, because we have this, I technically unlocked this quest here for the quantum force transformer, but I need to actually set up the Mark IV. And because I'm waiting on crafting, I might even set up just a generic Mark IV to craft this guy. We'll see. I say that, but I'm not sure. Yeah. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to work on the passives, or work on a few passives tonight, be it both progressive ones and ones that I should have had set up a long time ago. But yeah, hope everybody had a good day, and appreciate you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.